Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, as we are here for the Elite tier. And once more, there's only been one driver unable to make it tonight. I think it's Dan H. He has something going on. Apart from that, grid is absolutely full. We were signed up as 40 drivers overall today. 38 managed to show up. That is not too bad, I think. What is too bad, though, if we look at it closely, look at the heads of the people looking at the track. It's just squares. Well, that's off topic though. Dry. Okay, Fabian Gaming confirming the weather for the sessions coming up. Okay, we have sound now as well. Oh, god damn it, why does the first driver out there has the engine bug? I think in this case we will instead... yeah, I forgot about that. We will instead head over to Rakes here as our first driver. I am super excited for Elite tier here. We've seen decent racing in Challenger already. And yeah, as Meshik has dropped it earlier in the chat, I think we can look forward to low 130 times if someone of the top guys gets an absolute banger out there. We might even be in for 129. I think lap record, by the way, or track record, is a 131 point something. I don't know if that's just the F1 cars in the game being way quicker than real ones, or if that's really just... yeah, we have just better drivers than F1 itself, but they sure are quick. The boys that we have up on top here are always looking decent, and well, unfortunately we can't spectate, or we could spectate Rage Quit, but yeah, engine sound bug, kinda sucks. Yep. No. So instead we're gonna be sticking with Rakes and Renault. He has teamed up with Crew. Quite interesting team dynamic, as Rakes is someone who I think should be in the top positions oftentimes. Whereas Crew, obviously, last year's Challenger tier champion, is somewhere around the P10. Like, he's fighting for points very often, which is very, very decent coming out of Challenger and into Elite now. So yeah, interesting team dynamic for them, whereas Williams is just the absolute powerhouse here. Williams here is the Merc IRL with Rage Quit and Domi usually, but Domi is not here tonight, so instead they've got a sub in with Jack. And well, Jack has been former Formula Sundays champion as well, so absolutely stacked team on the Williams side, as said, and certainly the biggest contenders for the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship. It's really gonna be the Merc. And there it is, first lap of the day is a second quicker than the first lap that we had, or the quickest lap that we had in Challenger already. So 130.6. Looking super decent. Rakes here. Oh, sliding over the line. 131.2 is still a very decent effort though, and it's gonna be enough for P2 for now. Let's see. Duncan Hughes subbing in for well, one of the Mercs as well. Don't know, Havoc is usually playing with... It's not Dennis. Dennis and Kurtz are Ferrari. It's one of the Ascension boys, I think. Matty C? It's Matty C, right? It's Matty C. Yeah, I know my boys. I hope. So yeah, quite the quality sub as well. Just as Jack. And he's surely looking for points tonight. Bit of a shame that the former McLaren team consisting of Dunk and Jack have not signed up, but I think Jack will not be driving racing sims forever in the near future. Hey Gary Gunn, I think you've been driving as well for us, right? Have you been in the Red Bull like a few seasons ago? If I remember right. Damn, like, this league's getting old. I think we've had our first birthday. And... well, I wouldn't even have known. Obviously, only left shift works when switching around through the players. As we head over to the, well, highly praised Jack now. He's currently sitting in last position since he's in the Williams, I think. And has not driven a lap, of course, but that will change soonish unless his lap time gets invalidated. He's going for the soft tire here. I think he usually starts driving mediums, but yeah, since he's driving for a Constructors Championship winning, or at least the ambition, a team that has ambitions to win the Constructors Championship, he's maybe not fricking around as much as usual. So, last two right-handers. So, takes that one very tight. Runs a little bit far to the outside. He decided not to take this lap at all, breaking down heavily before the end of it. Alex has now driven his first hot lap and is returning to the pits after his second one is invalidated. Let's see, quite a bunch of drivers on out laps. That should be Gorando down there. Yep, he's gonna be the next driver for hot lap. And one of the last drivers who have not driven a lap yet. As Infernalus up there is going for another out lap. I think he's probably gonna be the one we will be spectating afterwards. A little bit of a lock-up here for Gorando on the front right, coming into turn 1, or rather 2. I think technically that little yeah, the little curve in the start-finish straight counts as a turn. But yeah, Gorando purple sector 1, I still think the purple in this game is messed up. I think it should be green on PB and purple on overall best. I mean, obviously, Gorando is capable of driving an overall best time, but I think with the lockup into that first hard braking zone, that was fairly unlikely to happen. Seeing it. Yes, we come through the last few turns. So much oversteer in that left hand of the chicane. I've gotta be very careful to not lose it through there, especially if you're pushing hard. And 133, definitely not what he was aiming for, as we head right over to Infernalus in the McLaren. Who is on his second attempt, currently sitting in P7. It's not gonna be enough for him, especially not with that time. as he is, I think, one of the 3 quickest in time trials, together with Rage Quit and Dummy. I don't know how well Russia suits him though. Well. Sector 2 is almost done for himself. I think 104-ish is a very good lap time here. 0.2 seconds quicker already. That's not gonna be enough for much more. I think currently it would be enough for a P4. But he's gotta find some time in that last sector, drifting his way downtown. Driving not very fast, unfortunately, and I think that might have cost him this attempt. Or, well, maybe it was still quicker. I wonder what he did wrong in his previous attempt, if that little drift was still quicker than the one he had before. Who have we not been with? I think we've not been with many Ferraris today. Oh, and it seems like we're not gonna stick with Ferrari for long. Maybe Dennis though, as he's gonna finish his next attempt. It's gonna be slightly quicker, but he needs to be more than slightly quicker to gain another position. Quite a gap forming between P11 and P12 there. Apart from that, the top is, well, somewhat bunched up. It's not as close as in Challenger, where I think 5 drivers were inside of a 10th or something. But yeah. Rakes going for P2 and Dunk for P3 in very short succession. And we have Harashun sitting in P4 now. He's gonna go for another hot lap here. We stick with him. Mashik is somewhere on an out lap. Wonder if he's gonna give him the tow down Sector 2 straight, but I think they're too far away. So no towing at this time. Well, and that's been it for this hot lap attempt. Crew has just come through with P5. It's a very, very good result for him here. As we... Oh my god, everyone is either not driving anymore or has already driven. And hey, Dan has joined as well. The McLaren that was missing, as said earlier. And we have a full grid for the first time in quite a bunch of time in Formula Sundays. Absolutely amazing, love it. And we are with Mashik, who has been the Season 4, I think, Drivers' Champion. And has been Constructors' Champion together with Harashun, if I remember right, in the last season. So yeah, quite a lot to expect from him. And since he has not driven a lap yet, a little bit of weight on his shoulders to go through, to finish high up somewhere. Afterwards we will probably jump to Dave, who has not finished a lap neither yet. 2 McLarens are gonna come out together, as Dan H has only 1 attempt on a hot lap. Maybe Lewis will give him a tow, I don't know. 104.3, if he can pull this through without that little bit of a slide and drift like Lewis had, he's gonna finish ahead of Lewis, as that was a pretty similar time to Lewis's time coming into Sector 3. And that was looking way better than Lewis chicane. Coming through here, and whoops, P2 for him indeed, almost catching Rage Quit. Mashik says he has a 130.09 on this track. So you can probably still go a bit quicker. Wonder if he's gonna go for another attempt. Nope, he's just gonna cut all the corners to go to the pits as quick as possible to maybe get another attempt in. Let's see. Whoop. Dave in the last stages of his hot lap attempt here. I wonder if he's gonna give Arch the tow down the main straight now. Yeah, he will be. That's fairly interesting. I think we've not been with Arch before. So we'll just stick with him, even though I would like to see a little bit of Dan. But yeah, Dan is just gonna start his hot lap about now. I think he might have spun in the last turn. Is he coming back in the pits already? I wonder. It seems like it. But yeah, he still has enough time to drive out once more. However, let's see what Arch can do with the extra speed he has gained on the start finish straight. He will get another well, slipstream bit of the track here, involuntarily by Proibaka, and 0.3 seconds quicker. It's gonna be somewhere near Havoc. Well, not anymore, as Havoc has just improved his lap time by 0.3 seconds. Oh my god. Was not how you want to do it. And Arch is returning into the pits. Who are we gonna go with? Rage Quit? Rage Quit is on an invalid lap, so not very interesting. Maybe Dennis? I think Dennis can go quicker. I think Lewis has just gone quicker with a 130.7. Has just come over the line and claims P3 for now, and I think he's the one sending himself into the abyss in turn 1 there to retire his car without further incidents. Oh, that was a close one for Dennis, almost losing it. Okay, not too bad. Let's see where it's gonna end up. 132.3 can improve his time a little bit, but not enough to improve his position. Let's see. Rage Quit will have that one last chance. He's up on top, obviously. Maybe we should be looking for maybe Rakes. He has been able to... okay, never mind. He has been able to compete quite well, though. Maybe we'll stick with Crew here, who's slightly slower in Sector 1. But ultimately still going. And he's not too far away from another place. 0.2 seconds. Or now 0.3 seconds that he has to make up in Sector 2 and 3 to get past Dunk. We're gonna see how it's looking for him in a few seconds, right about now. And he's actually quicker, so with a good last sector, he might gain another position or two, close up to his Renault teammate. And obviously, would be a good result for him if he could just, yeah, sit that far up the grid. And 131 flat, or 130.999. Yeah, just behind Rakes there, and that is not too bad. Let's go with DanH, who has the very last attempt of his qualifying, of course, and the very first one, as he has not gotten a time on the board yet, and his time is not looking too good. It just did such a safe lap, but just want to finish without mistakes, with no assists. Okay, so who are you in game, Mr. Burperino? Robaka? Had something like that in my mind. Oh, and a 132 by Dan. So, Meshik. Ah, frick. Meshik was still going. I wonder where he landed now. Wonder if he could have really taken that P1 away. And he did! 130.3. Let's do that real quick. Plop, plop, plop. We are in the lead. 130.3 Meshik on top of the grid. Followed by Rage Quit and Fern Lewis. Harashun rakes at Crew the Reynolds together. Dunk on You split from his teammates by Kurtzer, Newf and P10, and then everyone afterwards. So, yeah. Race is about to start. This time we have a formation lap, as in Elite Tier they actually use the formation lap to warm up their tires and not to just crash everyone out with their consequences. Which is obviously probably how Codemasters imagined a formation lap to be, but yeah. Any predictions in the chat considering who's gonna win this race? As there have been quite a bunch of drivers who've been looking quick. And well, we have a bit of time, spare time, to talk about our personal favorites, as we have a formation lap this time. Well, looking at the grid, I think AlphaTauri are looking reasonably good. Meshik in P1, of course. Harashun in P4. Almost looking like they have regained their old strength. Jack is very far down the order once more. I think last times I've always seen him start in P17ish or something like he is now. So he's got it all to do in the race, but he's a good racer. He's very, very consistent and sort of quick at the same time. Wouldn't say he's the quickest that we have currently. He certainly was at one point, but at this point in time, he might not be. Where is my drink? I will not have the drink, apparently. And, well, we have a one-stop pit strategy in a 50% race, which is interesting. Might explain why so many of the drivers outside of the top 10 still went for the soft tire, because you only need one stop. Obviously it's quite risky to go for the mediums anyways, because yeah, if you get included in some kind of collision in the beginning, you'll have to pit early, and well, what did you gain from picking mediums in the first place then? Oh, is that beautiful? A grid that has no one already standing there and no one in the wrong order, because everyone just does the formation lap correctly. I mean, it's kind of insane what things make you happy at certain points. But yeah, lights are on and they're going out. Well, obviously we're not going away yet because we're 3 seconds ahead, but now we are. Meshik gets a good getaway, I think. Rage Quit still in P2. Harashun on the inside. Oh my God, that is... Holy moly. What? Fucking safety car knows nothing. It's just going straight through. Like Bernd Mailander ain't fucking around. But holy shit, that was a crash. Okay, very interesting. Let's see who we have lost. Harishun and Infernal is from the top runners, unfortunately. Dan H starting further from behind. Pro Ibaka has been tangled up in the incident as well. Absolute chaos unfolding at that race start. That was Mugello-esque. I wouldn't call it amazing, but certainly that was something. I mean, a quarter of the drivers are eliminated before the race has really even started completely. Damn is the word, like, that fits. Holy moly. I mean, so unfortunate for Infernal Lewis and Harishun, especially as they were P3 and P4. Where's the restart at? Nope, there's not gonna be a restart. Some of you may die, but that's the sacrifice we are willing to take. Okay, who's gonna go in the pits and what's happening? I think I see an Alpha going into the pits. That should be Newf then. It is. There's quite a bunch of drivers going into the pits. I wonder if they want to go hard and then gonna go all the way to the end already, or if it's just gonna be medium. But damn, look at the debris. I mean, there's a bunch. I don't know what Kurtzer and Rakestar are doing there, but I assume the game tells them to do random stuff. This really is the Mugello experience. Nothing's really working on the safety car. And damn. I mean, that was an absolutely wild start. Fabian Gaming, one of the pit lane users as well, so both alphas have pitted. Newf going for the mediums, whereas Fabian Gaming was going for the hards, so I'd assume that either Fabian Gaming is planning to go hard soft, or you can go all the way on hards. I mean, 27 laps is not that long of a race. 5-second penalty ignoring a yellow flag. I wonder how that has happened. But yeah. Jack, for example. Okay, quite a bunch of drivers are ignoring yellow flags apparently. I love that safety car works so well, and that this is such a well-coded game. But yeah. Very unfortunate for the McLarens, both of them out in the very beginning. Michigan Rage Quit, lonely at the top, but I think they are caught by the rest of the field now. And everyone will be lining up properly. Okay, so I assume we have another lap behind the safety car, so that everyone who has pitted can go through and, well, close up to the end of the line again. But yeah, what a wild race start. Rakes now sitting in P4, Kurtzer in P3. Michigan Rage Quit unchanged at the top, and I assume those two are gonna be the two drivers running away at the restart as well. To be honest, it's a little bit hard to restart properly around Sochi, as you pretty much have no chance to, well, properly jump away in front of the safety car. Safety car lights will go out in the end of Sector 2, of course, if it's coming in. And from then on, we just have very short straights and very many, like, 90 degrees corners, so you can't really slow it down like Bottas did on Mugello on the start-finish straight, because the safety car line is pretty much in the beginning of the straight already. But yeah, I think with every driver closed up to the safety car line here, or well, with the safety car, we will likely see the safety car going in this lap. But what a race start, that was absolutely wild. Don't even know what caused that. I think Harrison might have been lagging a bit, and Tappan and Fernand Lewis, both of them lost control, and then it's just like that one scene in the beginning of Cars where Lightning has to go through the entire NASCAR boys without dying somehow. Safety car staying out apparently for another lap. So I'll use that opportunity to get a little bit of a... No, safety car in this lap. Frick. Was about to say to get myself a drink. Why do they say it's so late? Meshik barely has any chance to, like, let the safety car get away before he can go for some kind of a restart strategy. But yeah, that's what he does now. Yeah, and I think we're going again. Not the optimal situation for Meshik, of course. Rage Quit is right at his back. Doubt it's gonna be enough for him to overtake already, but he is very close. Can he go to the outside? He moves to the outside. I think Meshik should have track position though. Oh, but way better exit for Rage Quit here, who I think might have had a little tap on Meshik's rear there, because he had so much extra speed. But yeah, everyone is going away nice and friendly. I think no more further incidents at the restart, as it's only 15 drivers in lap 4 already. Ooh, a little bit of a battle going on between Newf and Alex. Oh my, Alex has lost his entire front wing. Okay, that is opposite of nice, I'd say. Wait, safety car? But for what? For the front wing of Alex? What? I'm so confused. Did Alex just go through Jack and take... Okay. Great. We have a race where breakfast time. Yeah. Oh, frick. We should really open up a breakfast league. I think that would be hilarious. Especially like for Challenger. I think a bunch of people would have a very great time there. To be honest, I want to see Gurando getting out of the pits there, as there's lying debris by Harrison still, right? Okay, apparently you can just go through the little bit of tire that was lying around there. Okay, so since we have a beautiful free air in front of us here on Gurando's car, we might as well follow him until he closes the gap between himself and the safety car again. Ideally, this happens before Sector 3, so we might get another race restart immediately. But I think safety car stays out for at least 2 laps or something. To be honest, I have no clue why it's even coming out. apart from like Alex, who crashed himself afterwards, there was not even an incident, right? Like, maybe contact, but contact is not enough to summon a safety car, right? Let's hope this entire thing is not completely bugged. But yeah, here we are. Gorando back there at the line. And, well, will the safety car return into the pits in this lap? Nope, it obviously will not. So, yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of time to discuss what's going on here. Or actually, well, not what's going on here, because there's not too much going on here right now, as... yeah, I mean... Everyone is just... Rakes 5-second penalty, severe collision with cursor. Have you seen that, like, on a screen? They were, like, a mile apart. No one even has front wing damage or something. Okay, this game is it's good. It's good. Oh my god. What does that mean for the championship? Let's see. I'll open up the Discord real quick and have a look at the scoreline. Elite tier standings. So, the first race has been won by Rage Quit, of course. He's still in a good position. Meshik has been P4, so has the chance to make up at least a couple of points in this race. Infernalo is currently sitting in P2 in the Drivers' Championship, is out, which would be big. Gorando in P3 is currently sitting in P13, which would be big as well. Williams is sitting on top of the Drivers' Championship currently. And damn, to be honest, last week was wild as well. Pretty much every team scored points, and there's only one team that has not been scoring points, so wild finish to that. However, I really hope safety cars coming in this time, because I kind of want to see some racing after, what, 5-6 laps? That's 20% of the race, but yeah, considering that Meshik leaves the safety car alone, I think we're in for another restart. I think we're up to speed again. Meshik this time got a little bit of a better getaway. But, oh, Sector 3, yellow flag already. I see some debris flying around there. Dave has been spun apparently. And everyone in front got away quickly and good, as the positions pretty much remain unchanged. Let's see what Dennis can do here. He's pushing up to the guy in front a little bit. Crew as well. It's closing on Dunk. But yeah, I think, well, the big thing is gonna be when we finally gonna have DRS in the next lap. I think they wait 1 lap, or do they wait 3 as well after safety cars? They're gonna wait a little bit of time for sure to reactivate DRS, and then we're gonna see some spies, I guess. Zapping through the different drivers. It's gonna be Jack on Crew here. Season 2 and 3, I think, Drivers Champion versus the Season 5 Challenger tier champion. Both on 6 lap old tires, with the difference that Crew is on the softs. Magic with the quickest lap just now, first lap properly driven. And well, time slots between the different drivers have been yeah, getting towards that 1 second line. Everyone is a good bit away from the other drivers, and we seem to have some racing going on finally after 2 safety cars early on. Let's see. Magic and Rage Quit are running away, absolutely running away, with the lead in front of Kurtz and Rakes. And there are the first time penalties, of course. Corner cutting in Russia is as easy as, well, stealing from a child or something. And that happens quite often, so it's gonna be a big decider in the end, who has the fewest penalties. Sector 2, yellow flag. The other Racing Point has now had a little bit of an incident. Arch losing out heavily to Fabian Gaming, sitting at P13 currently. So let's see. If I'm not mistaken, DRS should be activated this lap. Yes. New quickest lap by Rage Quit, who is immediately behind Meshik as well. Has the DRS now, does not use overtake. Doesn't want to go past apparently. Just want to stick there behind Meshik. Want to get on with the racing. I think for the soft tire starters this might become very big, because they can still go a reasonable distance on these soft tires, and it should be fairly easy to go on the mediums afterwards and take them to the end, as they have basically not driven many laps at all on those soft compound tires. Let's see what's happening up on top here. Meshik and Rage of course alone in their own league here apparently. They are 3 seconds ahead of Kurtz already, who's having a little bit of trouble with quite a bunch of drivers that are coming up to him now. The 2 Renaults of Rakes and Crew, Dunk on You and Jack, all chasing Kurtz down, whilst Meshik and Rage Quit are getting away more and more in the lead. So this is looking promising for Rage Quit now. He has been fairly close. I think he's been dropping behind a little bit more on the start-finish straight there. I think exiting that turn he was like 0.27 seconds away, and then he all of a sudden dropped down by 0.2, and I don't really know why. Let's have a quick look into that 5-way group, and actually all the way down to P10, where Havoc is probably gonna have some fun with Gorando sooner or later. Both of the guys on hard tires. So both of them will probably go to the end. Well, next DRS zone is gonna come up soonish. Fabian Gaming behind them, lurking, waiting for some kind of incident between these guys where he can get the quick advantage. Dunk pushing up on Rakes here. Can't quite get past just yet. I think he's probably gonna go for a move on the main straight. He's very, very close now. Ooh, Rage Quit with a 5-second penalty, speeding in the pit lane. Don't know if that's worth the, well, extra 2 meters that you can go a little bit quicker. But yeah, Rage Quit the first of the top runners to pit, but yeah, Rakes and Kurtz follow him, so I assume Meshik's gonna be next in the very next lap, or maybe 2 laps. Dunk on You sliding heavily, still ahead of Crew and Jack in the medium compound. So all of Rage Quit, Kurtz and Rakes have been going for medium tires. So they definitely want to go to the end on these. Let's see if that overcut by Meshik works on Rage Quit, or rather, well, the undercut of Rage Quit works against Meshik, as he's been the aggressive part in this one, I think. And what the guys further down are doing. In Dunk on You and Crew, both on the soft compound as well, so can see them going into the pits now too. Meshik is coming in just now. And that was slow enough. Good entry to the pits. Dunk on You staying out. Crew is coming in. Oops, Dennis coming in as well. I was about to spectate Gorando versus Dennis a bit. What's going on here? Havoc and Gorando up there, but no one's really close together at the moment. He's currently probably gonna settle with the Meshik pit stop. Oh yeah, actually. He is now a good bunch behind Rage Quit. Rage Quit is 2 seconds ahead of Meshik now. Major undercut for him there. Really gained that time in the last lap. I think he gained around 2.5 seconds in that pit stop, so that's insane. Even though he took the 5-second penalty, the rest of it has been absolutely perfect for him. Question is if Meshik, oops, I'm sorry, if Meshik can close that gap again once Rage Quit meets some traffic, because I think that's about to happen, or will potentially happen sooner or later. So yeah, Gorando, Havoc and Fabian Gaming are probably all going for the end here on the hard compound, so that's a trio that will fight against Rage Quit, and Rage Quit will have to make his way through them, but currently he's setting quickest times, fastest lap here, so yeah, he's probably getting them out of the way quicker than Meshik would like, or would like to see. Meshik can only hope that it takes him a while. So, Fabian Gaming is gonna be first. And well, Rage Quit definitely has superior pace here, of course on the medium compound as well. And yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, I think you can't really overtake in corners or something, unless you are someone like Rage Quit or something. Speed is just that far superior, it just goes through like it was nothing. Doesn't really need the DRS even. Just so good in the corners that, well, there's not much of a big deal. Meshik going through Fabian Gaming with DRS now, as Rage Quit is approaching Havoc and will probably get that sweet DRS for himself as well. Meshik with a new quickest lap here. What was that? Saw... Ah no, it's Dunk on You. I was like about to say, why was Meshik overtaken for a second there? But yeah. Was just Dunk on You in the pits. Yeah, Rage Quit going past Havoc without major problems, and Garando's next. Meshik obviously has to keep up with that. Still a good way away from Havoc though. Would be crucial to get past as soon as possible, as he should not get or let Rage Quit get away too far. It's probably gonna set a new quickest lap, which is probably gonna be the final quickest lap, as he's gonna get the toe and the DRS down the back straight now, and apart from that has been pretty much uncircumcised. Wait, what? I'm pretty sure that's the wrong word. Well, fuck. The circumstances have been very good for Rage Quit. Let's say it like that. And yeah, no quickest lap though. 0.06 seconds slower than his previous best lap. But yeah, he's now 2 positions ahead of Meshik, or rather 3. 2 drivers in between them. Meshik is currently struggling to get past Havoc. Oh, is he struggling really? But, well, he's not gonna get past as quick as Meshik did. Meshik, Rage Quit. Holy shit, my brain is just like mashed potatoes right now. Meshik around the outside, that should be enough. As Havoc gets past as well, but yeah. Rage Quit has built himself a 3.5 second lead over Meshik in the past few laps. That undercut really like saved him from, well, actively racing Meshik to the edge, I'd guess. Gonna be interesting where Newf is gonna come out, as he's still got to pit, but is in a very decent position currently. Same goes for Jack. Wonder how long he's still gonna go and where he's gonna rejoin after he leaves his mediums behind for softs. Meshik gets a DRS here. It's gonna go closer to Garando, but not really getting there just yet. Garando is once more in a very good position. Did not anticipate that in the earlier stages of the race, where he was sitting in P13, I think, but well, with Newf and Jack still left for pit, he should be, realistically speaking, be in P2 right now, I think. And yeah, of course, Meshik's gonna take that from him. Has the fresh tires, superior race pace at the moment. But yeah, still Garando not in the worst position at all. Will make space around the outside. Meshik goes through without any contact or anything. As Rage Quit is approaching Newf now, who's gonna go into the pits. Not gonna give Rage Quit ERS or anything. And well, it is a Williams 1-2 currently, who would have thought? Jack coming all the way from P17, I think, to be in that top spot right now, but he's obviously got to pit towards the end of the race again. I'd assume he drives maybe 2 more laps on the medium compound before he switches over to the softs. I think 10 to 14 laps are possible per se on the softs. Well, we are with Kurtzer. Currently the only driver sitting in a 1 second window of anyone. Nope. Duncan, you must have made a mistake somewhere. As Nuve just gained 1.5 seconds on him, if not 2. Have a look at that. Does he have front wing damage? Yeah, he has. Quite big one as well, so he's probably gonna be pitting again and gonna be very upset about that. As he's just pitted a few laps prior to that. And there's Jack coming into the pits, released now on soft tires. Let's see where it's gonna land. Seems like it's gonna be a P9. So he's gonna work his way through as well. Nuve on the soft compound as well. It's quite a bunch of drivers to overtake too. And think we'll just stick with Jack for a bit because we should be in for an absolute treat here. As he is way quicker on fresh tires than Rex and Kurtzer can be. Or at least that's what I would assume. Oh, and there's the corner cut. I think corner cutting is gonna be an issue later on. Especially for the top drivers. Making Rage Quit has one warning at least, plus 5 seconds for the pit stop. So, yeah. It's gonna be very tough between these two guys. And, well, Jack is approaching Kurtz now. And then it's gonna take Rakes sooner or later. So, Kurtzer is not gonna stand long, I think. To the inside goes Jack. And Nuve actually with the quickest lap here. Even been quicker than Jack in the last lap. Even though Jack is going to take another place somewhere soonish, I think. Rakes shouldn't stand much of a chance. Probably gonna be overtaken in the next DRS zone latest. Jack's just been a second quicker than his previous best lap. Almost crashing on Rakes there as his exit was that much better. And up on top, 5.5 second distance is pretty much remaining the same for Meshik and Rage Quit. And there is Jack going past as well. 3 seconds to go till he's approaching Fabian. I wonder if he can still catch Gorando on P3, as he seems to have built a reasonable lead above Havoc and Fabian as well now. And I don't think he's the player that is picking up many penalties usually. There is the new fastest lap for Jack, as he's been a second quicker than in his previous one in the first sector. Hmm. Fabian Gaming now. Next target for Jack here, as he is just gaining so much time on these guys. To be honest, with the speed he has right now, he might even be in for a P3 here. Because I think he gains more than 2 seconds per lap, at least currently. So Havoc and Gorando are still in danger. And yeah, the tires are not necessarily getting younger. I think... yeah, we can see Havoc there. Only having that 2-second advantage already as well. So he's definitely gonna fall. Wonder if Jack can even take Gorando in the end to get up to P3 there. Rage Quit has gained a little bit of time on Meshik up on top. I think further down. Rakes and Kurtze will approach Fabian Gaming soon. Oopsala. Fabian Gaming has to cut the corners there. Let's go to the outside perspective. Kurtze has gone through Rakes. Rakes will reclaim that position. Contact is made between Rakes and Kurtz. And they are not surrendering their position just yet. Both of them sliding a little bit. Kurtz might have the better position around the outside. But Rakes stays ahead. Sector 3, yellow flag. And Dunk retires from the session. I think... well, that's not been Dave up there. Interesting. So we'll just stay with Rage Quit real quick to see what has happened there. I think Dunk might have just been in the pits. Yeah. Might have just been in the pits. So, back up here. Actually, no, let's go there because there's definitely gonna be a move. Jack and Havoc. 0.3 seconds apart. Jack just has all the speed. I wonder if he's allowed to overtake here. I think he chooses to not overtake until they're on the green. I don't know if that was in the green. But, well, the game would have probably punished Jack if it wasn't. Further down. Fabian Gaming is losing out to the guys ahead of him now. Rakes and Kurtze, but I think he's done the damage to them of slowing them down, as his teammate Nuve with the fresh softs is approaching behind. He's probably gonna have a go at the other two guys. So yeah, Nuve P6 would be absolutely gorgeous for the Alfa Romeo team. We're gonna see. I'd assume that Nuve would overtake Fabian Gaming on this very straight. If not, probably on the main straight. It's gonna happen sooner or later. I think he might have been a bit far away out of this straight. But yeah, they are probably in VC. So Fabian should know that Nuve is on the better tire and has the chance to go all the way and have a try at the other two guys. So yeah, overtake is enabled. Fabian of course has the DRS as well. Does he give the room to Nuve? Oh yeah. He just decides to not brake at all. And I think that's Nuke going through without any other incidents. And he's gonna chase after Kurtzer now. Kurtzer and Rakes, of course, still very close together. And are they approaching Havoc still? Sector 2, yellow flag. What's happened there? Nothing, apparently. Well, we don't know. Jack is still approaching Gorando, and I think he's gonna get him in time, judging by the looks of it right now. So, Newf has DRS on Kurtzer. Kurtzer has DRS on Rakes. So that's gonna be a little bit of a three-way battle that will hopefully evolve to be quite spicy in the end. A little bit of a corner cut there by Kurtzer. They really need to get the best of the exits that there are. That's gonna be tough against, well, someone with better tires, of course. Newf. Late race strategy playing out to his favor right now. Still gonna be tough as long as Rakes is giving Kurtzer the DRS. Well, apart from that, battle up on top is pretty much dead. It's just about how far will Meshik drop behind, because, yeah, there might be penalties on Rage Quit's side. I think for now we should head over to Jack. He was chasing for that P3. Last time around, Gorando has claimed the podium position as well in Shanghai, of course. He's been finishing on P3 as well this time. He's gonna have a tough time keeping Jack behind, and I think it's less of a tough time than an impossible task for him. As the tire difference should just be too high. I think Jack could theoretically just out-accelerate Gorando on the very last corner. But yeah, in addition to that, he's gonna have ERS and DRS in his favor here. And yeah, that's not much of a battle that Gorando can put up here. I think the thing he should try is stay as close behind Jack as he can and just hope for penalties on his side. So yeah, that he can maybe reclaim the position. And apart from that, it's Rakes and Kurtzer pretty much still at each other, but don't really get anywhere. I think they are gaining on Havoc, so there's gonna come a point, hopefully in the next 2 laps, because the race is not that long anymore. But maybe there's coming a point where they get stuck behind Havoc, and Newf might have the opportunity to whip out his fresh tires to potentially gain another position. Over here, similar situation. Crew is fighting for the last point spot against Dennis, the Ferrari in P10 there. 0.3 seconds behind currently. I think Crew had a little bit of bad luck in that lap 1 incident that took out 5 drivers. But yeah, he's gonna go at Dennis. Yeah, gets DRS. Probably look towards the left side here. Can he go through and stay there? No contact made. Has the inside line for the very next turn, but Dennis gets a good exit out of that one. Still inside line for Crew. Goes for the switchback, does he? No, just goes around the outside. I think he has a good position for those last 2 turns. Interesting battling going on there, but I think this is gonna go in favor of Crew since he's gonna get DRS. And he uses that now, goes in the slipstream. And can't go past just yet, but I think there's gonna be more to come. Rakes and Havoc are almost closed together as well now. Times are dropping below that 1 second window now, or soon. 1.1 seconds currently, as Havoc is probably struggling on his 23 lap old soft tires. As Rage Quit enters the last lap, leading the race still. So, Crew and Dennis, another attempt. I think after this straight is done, we will probably jump over to Kurtz and Newf and the others, because they are gonna have a spicy time as well now. And Crew is ahead. So let's go here. Newf running very wide in the back. That might have cost him the chance to go for a move in the last few laps. And it seems like, yeah, Rage Quit Meshik's pretty much gonna be uncontested despite penalties. Jack has at least one penalty. I do not know how many Gorando has. So he might be claiming that P3 still. But yeah, in this last lap it's mainly about who of these three will come through first. Oh my god! Big mistake by Rakes. Can Newf go through as well? Well, it doesn't seem like he can now. He has front wing damage now. Oh my god! And Kurtz as well. Yikes. That's a bit of a yikes. However, Rage Quit claiming the win. Meshik, no penalties, will stay second. I assume there's gonna be reports on that, because that was a little bit of a big oof. Both Ferraris retiring in the very last in the very last lap. I think, wait, did Dennis drive into them as well? I think he might have, like, hit them and slid past to stay in P9 for now. Well. Gorando stays P3. Havoc even goes through and past Jack as well, so Jack's gonna stay in P5 for now. And Rakes, Fabian Gaming, Crew will be P6, 7, 8. Ferraris... yeah, a bit unfortunate in the late stages of the race, but hell, what can you do? I mean, it's been an absolute banger of a race, considering DNFs apparently. That first and last lap incident come through big time, as Rage Quit claims their first win? I already forgot who won the first one. No, their second win. So it's Rage Quit again on top of the podium. And it's Gorando again on P3. But this time Meshik sits in P2. It's gonna be big for Williams as both drivers pick up points today, as we have, as mentioned, Rage Quit Meshik, Gorando following that up. P3 but penalties. Yeah. Followed by Havoc, Jack coming through in P3, but, well, with the 12 seconds against two drivers with no penalties at all. Yeah, happens. Rakes in P6, Fabian Gaming P7, Crew, Dennis and Newf will still end up in P8, 9, 10, Kurtz in P11. P2 Racing Points, P12 and 13, Duncan retiring as well early on with the quickest lap, Blaze, Pro Ibaka and the Red Bulls, the McLarens as well, with Dan H and Von Lewis had to retire. Harrison first lap incident as well, just as ball up. Well. It has been an eventful race, let's say it like that. I am absolutely not looking forward for the amounts of reports that are gonna be. But that's how it is. Still, thank you all for showing up, especially the drivers. Full grid is absolutely amazing. And yeah. See ya next time, I think. Good night.